And now Maul wants to step in and try to protect Aiden Ross from all the backlash that he's receiving by implying that there's far more worse people that should get more backlash, that should get more punished than Aiden Ross himself. This is ridiculous, bro. At this point, what in the world is going on? Why is somebody like Maul trying to defend Aiden Ross and his action towards Dochi? It doesn't make any sense, especially when Aiden Ross is going at people of color, going at a black woman, somebody like Maul trying to defend Aiden Ross by saying there's other people of color that we should punish. That doesn't make sense. Other people of color that we should punish before Aiden Ross. Can you believe that's what he's saying? And yes, this is exactly what he's saying when he decides to go on this podcast and speak with Iso. Iso tries to explain that he is wrong. He actually gets upset and tells Maul, you are wrong. Aiden Ross is prime suspect number one. Prime suspect number one. Number one when it comes to people who should pay the consequences for the things that they are trying to put in the hip-hop space, for the narratives that they're trying to paint in the space that we have to see them in. They're trying to run with narratives in the space that we own. And you're out here defending them by saying that there's people just like us that deserve more of a punishment than Aiden Ross. That is ridiculous when I hear Maul try to defend this. And he says this in this clip. We're going to watch it right now.
He got bodyguards and security and all that shit.
But that makes before Aiden Ross, it's other black people that need to get punched in their face.
That is crazy. That is crazy. After all the disrespect that Aiden Ross has done, after all the things that he said, you're going to come out here and try to defend him by saying that. You cannot be serious. Why would you even say that? That doesn't even make sense. How is someone like Aiden Ross going to come around and try to start saying all these crazy things, and you say that there's other people that have done worse than him? Now, granted, there is other people that have said bad things. However, but to say that there's other people of color that should be punished more than Aiden Ross is a crazy take all around.
As far as content creators that talk crazy, like Aiden Ross might be on the bottom of the list. Like if you happen to bump into Aiden at Wegmans or something, it's like, yo, let's get him by the grapes. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's some black dudes that's above that they need to get in their face before Aiden Ross. Like, come on, man. That's all I'm saying. Just before Aiden, it's some other names that got.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, and I don't agree with that. That's not something that you should be trying to defend. That's not someone that you should defend at all. That is a horrible thing to say. And by saying this, you're implying that he doesn't deserve any type of punishment. You're saying that it's not as bad as what other people do, so we shouldn't do anything. That is crazy. Maul is just making excuses for Aiden Ross. How come individuals like Maul are trying to defend Aiden Ross? What is going on? Are you looking for a payday? Are you looking for him to be on the podcast? I don't get why you would try to stand on this hill.
Before, along with. Okay, along with.
But in the order, in the process of, you know what I'm saying, Aiden is a little further down. No, you got
where do you rank him in your March Madness bracket?
Aiden, he's a 14 seed. As far as me to get
And here he tries to diminish it. Oh, he's 14 seed. He can't be number one. He can't be the worst. He has to be the far less. He has to be way less. He's not that bad. You see how he's trying to make it seem less severe? He's trying to be sincere about it. He's trying to be like, well, it's not bad. It's not bad. No, it is bad, bro. He was saying a lot of crazy things. He was saying a lot of crazy things with a platform that he had. He has a large platform. And he tries to interfere in the hip-hop space by doing all these interviews, by talking to all these rappers. He is in the space, technically, unfortunately. However, you don't think that what he did is severe. You don't think that what he did is bad. Not as bad as other people. Rank him 14 out of number one. That is crazy, bro. I wouldn't doubt that Maul is doing this to get some type of interview or some type of collab or some type of payday from Aiden Ross. We'll keep it alleged, bro. But you could tell. You could see the play.
That nigga's number one seed right now, nigga.
But you only say that because he's white.
You bugging. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't do that. I think the same thing. I don't do that. He's Duke to me.
Yo, I'm not going over to the country world talking shit on Shania Twain and the motherfuckers. They gonna give me, yo, hell.
He's not in the country world. He in hip hop.
He's giving an example.
He said, you only say that because he's white. He said, yes, that's the problem. He's in this hip hop space and he's doing this without respecting the culture, without respecting the women in the culture, a black woman at that. And you're trying to blame other people of color while defending him, while trying to say what he did wasn't bad. What the hell are you talking about? Why would you even say that? Why would you even put that into consideration? Why would you even be like, hey, well, you know, maybe what he did isn't as bad as these other guys. You know, the other guys in here, like, bro, what the fuck does that mean? What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous to hear.
Me, I'm giving an example. If I ventured over there and started talking about them white cowboys and all the rest of that fucking shit,
No, we
and
died
other white cowboys talking, they know, get the nigga out, get Shabuzi out here first, nigga. I'm tired of niggas always talking.
It might be Shabuzi, then Beyonce as far as they
can black people was always coming. Hold on, nigga. I don't give a, because I'm talking about black people.
I get some of the same shit he's
drinking. The only niggas that all.
And that's a good point, right? If we were to step in another lane, if we were to go into anybody else's lane and say something like this, we would get corrected the same way. I don't understand how someone could come over here, interrupt this space, try to proclaim this space, try to colonize this space, and then have someone like Maul over here try to flip it and say, well, hey, what they're doing isn't bad. What they're doing isn't as bad as everybody else has been here, everybody else that we've been around. Like, bro, you're trying to justify their actions when you speak this way. It's not right. And ASO is getting upset for these exact reasons.
Always letting everybody in. It's okay. You're making excuse to Aiden Ross. This nigga don't give a f.
No, I'm not making excuses for nobody.
He just has him in a different bracket.
No, he's ranked #1 right now, nigga. You can't come around these parts talking shit, nigga. Fuck that.
But what?
And he got him, bro. He got his card right here. He made him back up what you're saying, bro. I think it's interesting that once Maul gets around somebody that shows them a little pushback, they get pushed back for sure. They get like, hold on. My bad, bro. My bad. I didn't say it like that. I didn't say that he doesn't deserve to get punished. I'm saying that he's on a far lesser bracket. But that's the problem. You're trying to make his thing look far less worse than what it actually is. You're trying to make it look less bad, when in reality, what he's doing is bad. He's disrespecting women. He's disrespecting women and the culture. What more can you say is bad when somebody like this is starting problems, is threatening to call the police if something happens to him, but is willing to say the most egregious things on the internet? You're saying that that's not bad. This is the exact problem. This is the exact problem. When people like Aiden Ross start getting comfortable making diss records, it's only a matter of time before they start saying worse things and worse things. It's a snowball effect. By the time we know it, they're going to start saying whatever, disrespecting whoever. And they're going to act like they're untouchable. This is what I've been saying for the longest time. So if you never correct that shit and you always just act like it's not a big deal, it's only a matter of time before they start disrespecting you, or they start disrespecting the things around you or the things that you like in the culture, in the space.
No, what if he's like a 14 Davidson seed when Curry was on the team? Like, what if he?
He's #1 seed, Duke, nigga. Duke, nigga.
He's not Valparaiso, Butler.
#1 Duke. Yeah, no, the college reference. So the college reference is the bracket. The bracket. What would you put Aiden Ross in that bracket? He would be #1. He would be Duke. I don't think that he's going to be a 14 seed like Maul said. What bothers me more is that this is happening during a time in 2026, in a new year, where all of this stuff that we're talking about, it feels like this should have been covered a long time ago. We shouldn't disrespect women. We shouldn't disrespect other people's cultures, especially if you're a guest in the culture. You shouldn't be out here trying to defend what you say because you say it to all women. You say it to all races. It just doesn't make sense to go that far. And for someone like Maul, who has a podcast, who's on Netflix, who's in this hip hop space, unfortunately, whether you've messed with him or not, the fact that he's not even willing to stick his neck out and try to say, hey, we shouldn't be out here, we shouldn't be saying things to Aiden Ross, he's out of line for that. If you're someone with a podcast, if you're someone with a Netflix deal in the hip hop space, you should be correcting Aiden Ross more than anybody. But again, Maul and other sellouts alike, they're going to do these actions to try to get a deal with Aiden Ross, try to get a live stream with him, an interview with him. Maybe they want a bag. Maybe he knows that he's giving people money and he just wants to be another person to receive money. You buy friends, you buy their statements, you buy what he's saying to the public, to the radio, to the TV. This is what Maul is saying. And then the minute that he gets challenged by somebody else, he's like, hell no. What the hell are you talking about? That's insane to say. I think, again, Maul is trying to do this for views. I think he's trying to do it for his Netflix special. He probably wants to collab with Aiden Ross. There are going to be people that are going to try to linger in Aiden Ross's favor to try to receive something in return. And after the situation with Rory and the whole situation involving him on Twitter, this doesn't make it better. This doesn't make it better. I think Maul made their situation worse. And I don't know how they got a deal. I really don't know how Netflix looked at them and decided, hey, we are going to give them a deal. out of all the other creators, out of all the other YouTube channels. I guess maybe because they knew Joe Budden and Joe Budden had deals. Maybe they know people in the know. But it's just crazy how they keep just getting tanked, and then they keep coming out with another deal from another big company like Netflix. It's kind of crazy. But Eso, even though he has strange takes in regards to Drake, I do think it was a good thing for him to correct Maul in this situation and tell him to get correct or correct him in this situation altogether. Y'all can tell me how you feel about this. Y'all can tell me about this back and forth that they had in regards to Aiden Ross, talking about the culture, talking about letting people into culture. Y'all can tell me how you feel about that in the comments. How do you feel about the situation here? Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video. Get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Keep it a legend.